What if the most valuable treasure you'll ever find isn't buried in the ground, locked inside a bank vault, or hidden in a billionaire's collection? What if it's sitting in a dusty jar of pennies you've ignored for years? What if a single Lincoln Wheat penny, worth only 1 cent when it was minted, could potentially command a value approaching $791,000 today? Law Coins World Lincoln Wheat Pennies Dollar Coins. That possibility is exactly why serious collectors never overlook pocket change. While most people see pennies as insignificant, experienced numismatists understand that hidden among millions of ordinary coins are a few extraordinary survivors. Coins with rare characteristics, coins with minting mistakes, coins that have become legends within the collecting community. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny, a coin that occupies a unique place in American numismatic history. More importantly, we'll uncover the rare varieties, mysterious market scarcity, and extraordinary collector demand that have turned certain examples into highly coveted treasures. Before we begin, consider this scenario. Two people receive the same handful of change. One drops the pennies into a tip jar without looking. The other carefully checks the dates, mint marks, and design details. Years later, one person has forgotten the coins ever existed. The other may have discovered a hidden asset worth more than many luxury homes. That is the difference between a spender and a collector. And for decades, that difference has separated missed opportunities from life-changing discoveries. The story of the 1946 Lincoln Wheat penny begins at a remarkable moment in American history. World War II had ended. Soldiers were returning home. Factories that once produced wartime materials were shifting back to civilian production. The nation was entering a period of rebuilding, growth, and optimism. Amid this transformation, the United States Mint resumed normal coin production after years of wartime adjustments. The Lincoln Wheat penny once again became a familiar symbol of everyday commerce, passing through the hands of millions of Americans. At first glance, the 1946 Wheat penny seems unremarkable. Large numbers were produced, and many examples still exist today. Yet seasoned collectors know a crucial truth about rare coins. The most valuable discoveries are rarely defined by the date alone. They're defined by the details. Tiny details. The kinds of details most people never notice. The kinds of details that can transform an ordinary coin into an extraordinary rarity. One of the most important factors driving interest in certain 1946 Wheat pennies is the existence of notable minting errors. During coin production, every stage of the process carries the possibility of imperfections. Dies wear out, alignment shifts, pressure fluctuates. Human error enters the equation. When these variables combine in unusual ways, collectible varieties are born. Among the most sought after are double die examples. These occur when elements of the design appear double due to imperfections during die creation. Under magnification, letters, numbers, and design features may display a distinct separation that collectors eagerly seek. To an untrained eye, the difference may appear minor. To a specialist, it can mean the difference between a common coin and a highly valuable one. Another category attracting significant attention involves die cracks and die breaks. Minting dies endure immense pressure over time. As they weaken, cracks can develop and transfer raised lines onto the coins they strike. Most die cracks are ordinary. Some are extraordinary. When a crack creates a distinctive and recognizable pattern, collectors often treat it as a specific variety worthy of intense interest. Then there are off-center strikes, clipped plan case, and dramatic strike anomalies. These errors occur when the coin blank or die alignment shifts during production. While uncommon, examples displaying major visual deviations from standard specifications can become highly desirable. Now here's an attention reset. If you have a jar of old coins somewhere in your house, think about it for a second. How long has it been sitting there? 5 years? 10 years? 20 years? What are the chances nobody has examined every coin inside? The answer might surprise you. Many valuable discoveries emerge from containers people haven't touched in decades. Back to our story. One reason collectors often refer to premium 1946 Wheat penny varieties as market ghosts is because truly exceptional examples appear surprisingly infrequently. Discussions about them are common. Verified elite specimens are not. This creates an intriguing dynamic. Collectors know the coins exist. Auction houses know the coins exist. Dealers know the coins exist. Yet finding one becomes a challenge, and finding one in outstanding condition becomes even harder. Condition is where the story becomes truly compelling. In numismatics, rarity alone is rarely enough. A coin's preservation can dramatically influence its value. Professional grading services examine every detail, from surface quality and luster to strike sharpness and eye appeal. A heavily worn example may attract modest interest. A pristine mint state example may attract intense competition. And when exceptional condition combines with a recognized error variety, values can escalate dramatically. This is why collectors obsess over grades. A single point difference can mean thousands of dollars, sometimes far more. Imagine two nearly identical coins sitting side by side. One carries minor wear, the other remains remarkably preserved after nearly 80 years. To most people, they look the same. To collectors, they occupy entirely different worlds. That difference is where extraordinary value often emerges. Here's a question worth considering. How many rare coins have unknowingly been spent over the decades? No one knows. Some likely disappeared into circulation forever. Others may have been lost, damaged, or discarded. But a few remain hidden in collections, drawers, boxes, and coin jars across America. That uncertainty fuels one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting: possibility. Every roll of pennies contains possibility. Every inherited collection contains possibility. Every estate sale contains possibility. And every forgotten container of pocket change contains possibility. Now let's talk about market demand. The rare coin market has experienced growing interest from collectors, investors, and treasure hunters alike. Economic uncertainty, increased access to information, and the popularity of tangible assets have all contributed to rising awareness. Unlike digital investments, rare coins offer something physical, something historical, something scarce. And scarcity has always attracted attention. The 1946 sweet penny benefits from another powerful factor: recognition. Nearly every collector knows the Lincoln Wheat series. Even casual hobbyists can identify the famous wheat reverse design. That familiarity creates broad demand across multiple generations of collectors. When a coin combines familiarity with rarity, interest tends to remain strong. When that rarity includes notable minting errors, interest often intensifies. And when a coin achieves elite grades while displaying those errors, collectors become especially aggressive. Now we arrive at the figure that captures imaginations: the possibility of a value approaching $791,000. Whenever numbers like this appear, they generate excitement for good reason. A 1-cent coin reaching such extraordinary territory seems almost unbelievable. Yet numismatic history is filled with examples of rare coins achieving astonishing prices under the right conditions. The formula is simple: extreme rarity, exceptional condition, verified authenticity, strong collector demand, competitive bidding. When these elements converge, remarkable results become possible. It's important to understand that not every 1946 sweet penny is worth a fortune. Most are not. Most remain common collectibles worth far less than headline-grabbing figures. But the existence of ordinary examples does not diminish the importance of extraordinary ones. In fact, it enhances it, because rarity only matters when there are common coins to compare against. The vast majority of 1946 pennies are ordinary, a tiny fraction are extraordinary, and that distinction creates opportunity. Here's another attention reset. Imagine reaching into your pocket right now. Would you recognize a valuable error coin if it was sitting there? Most people wouldn't. Collectors would. That's why collectors continue finding treasures others overlook. The psychology behind this hunt is fascinating. Many people assume wealth comes exclusively from traditional investments, high incomes, or inherited fortunes. Yet history repeatedly shows that knowledge can create opportunities in unexpected places. A rare coin doesn't care who owns it. It doesn't care whether it sits in a millionaire's safe or a forgotten coffee can in someone's basement. Its rarity remains unchanged. Its desirability remains unchanged. Its value remains unchanged. The only thing that changes is whether someone recognizes it. That reality keeps collectors searching year after year. Some search through bankrolls, some attend coin shows, some explore estate sales, some inherit collections and begin learning. All are pursuing the same possibility, discovery. And discovery is what makes numismatics so captivating. Let's pause for a moment and consider something almost humorous. Millions of people complain that pennies aren't worth picking up from the sidewalk. Yet some collectors spend decades searching for specific pennies and would happily pay thousands, tens of thousands, or even more to acquire the right one. That's the irony of rare coin collecting. One person's pocket change becomes another person's treasure. As awareness of rare Lincoln wheat pennies continues growing, many experts believe demand for high-quality examples will remain strong. New collectors enter the hobby every year. Existing collectors continue upgrading their collections. Auction records attract attention. Stories of remarkable discoveries inspire newcomers. And the supply? The supply remains fixed. No new 1946 wheat pennies will ever be produced. Every year, surviving examples become older. Every year, some disappear. Every year, the finest known examples become more desirable. That imbalance between supply and demand is one reason rare coins continue attracting attention from serious collectors. So here's the challenge. Tonight, examine your coins. Look through your old collections. Check your jars, boxes, and inherited coin albums. Pay attention to dates. Study mint marks. Search for doubling. Inspect unusual design features. Look for evidence of die cracks and striking anomalies. Because hidden wealth rarely announces itself. It waits patiently. It waits for someone curious enough to notice. Most people will never look. Most people will never know. Most people will spend their rare coins without a second thought. Collectors choose a different path. They investigate, they learn, they search, and sometimes, they discover something extraordinary. The next valuable coin may already be sitting in your home. The next remarkable error may already be in your possession. The next hidden treasure may already belong to you. The only question is whether you'll recognize it before someone else does. But the story doesn't end with the 1946 wheat penny. In our next episode, we'll uncover an even more mysterious coin, a rarity so unusual that some experts spent years questioning whether authentic examples actually existed. When one finally surfaced, the collecting world erupted with excitement, and its value trajectory stunned even veteran numismatists. You won't want to miss that story, because the next ultra-rare coin we reveal could be one of the most overlooked treasures still hiding in America today.